In the quiet town of Arnvale there stood an ancient library that no one entered. Its doors never opened, its candles never burned, yet every night at midnight the bells chimed softly inside. People said the library was haunted. Others said it was a relic of time itself. But for Elias, a young clock repairer with an obsession for old things, the library was a mystery he couldn't resist. He'd pass it every evening on his way home, hearing the faint ticking of clocks, though no light shone through its windows. One night, during a storm, he saw something he'd never seen before, a flicker of golden light behind the door. Drawn by curiosity, Elias pushed it open. Inside was a grand hall filled with clocks, tall, small, delicate, and strange, all ticking at different rhythms. Shelves of books towered to the ceiling, their pages fluttering as though breathing. A single candle floated in the air, lighting his way. And at the center of it all sat a woman in silver robes, her hair the color of ash and her eyes like glass. "You're late," she said softly. Elias blinked. "Late? For what?" "For your hour." She gestured, and one of the clocks began to glow, its hands spinning backward. The air shimmered. And suddenly, Elias was no longer in the library. He was standing in his workshop. Years ago, his father, still alive, was bent over a clock, smiling. Elias felt his chest tighten. This was the last day he had seen him before the accident. He turned to the woman, who now stood beside him like a reflection in water. "How is this possible? This place," she said, "keeps all the hours people lose, moments forgotten, time wasted, love unspoken. Every soul who enters has 1 hour returned." Elias stared at his father. The air smelled of oil and brass, the way it once had. "I can change it, can't I? I can save him." The woman shook her head. "No, you can only relive it. What's done cannot be undone. But you can listen, remember, and let go." Elias stepped forward, tears welling in his eyes. He wanted to shout, to warn his father, but he couldn't. The moment moved as it had before. Instead, he whispered softly, "I'm sorry for not saying goodbye." His father paused as if hearing him, looked up, and smiled faintly. Then the clock struck 1, and the vision dissolved. Elias stood once again in the library. The woman handed him a book bound in silver. On its cover, the title read, "The Hour Returned." "This," she said, "is yours now. A memory reclaimed. Treasure it, and do not let time own you again." When he stepped back into the night, the storm had ended. The air was clear, and the bells no longer chimed. The next morning, the library was gone. Only a single candle remained on the steps, still burning, though the wind should have blown it out. Moral of the story: time cannot be changed, but it can be cherished. Every moment matters while it's yours.